"I just want to see my balance," she said. The millionaire laughed. Until he saw the screen, everyone in the bank turned when the girl in torn sneakers whispered, "I just want to see my balance." And the millionaire beside her, confident, polished, untouchable, laughed softly. But in less than a minute, that same man would take a step back, his face drained of color, whispering, "This can't be real." And what happened after would change both of their lives forever. The balance that changed everything. Leonard Hayes wasn't just any man, he was the type people recognized before he even spoke. Tall, crisp suit, silver watch that cost more than most apartments, and a reputation as New York's most fearless investor. That morning he entered the city bank not because he needed money, but because he was bored of sending assistants. He liked being seen, being admired, being envied. But for the first time in years, no one's eyes went to him. They were looking at her. A young woman stood near the ATM, hugging a faded backpack to her chest as though it held the last pieces of her life. Her jeans were frayed. Her hair was tied in a messy ponytail. Her fingers trembled as she held her old debit card, one so scratched it barely had numbers left. Her name was Emily Carter, though no one there cared enough to ask. Leonard watched her with a faint smirk as she approached the ATM. She looked so out of place, like a lost bird in a room full of hawks. When the machine beeped, she jumped a little. Then she whispered, soft, shy, barely audible, I just want to see my balance." Leonard chuckled, not cruelly, just amused. People like her never had a balance worth checking, he thought. But Emily heard him. Her shoulders stiffened. For a second, she almost stepped away from the machine. But something made her stay. She had promised herself she would finally check. She couldn't keep living in fear, guessing, hoping, avoiding the truth. Her knuckles whitened as she tapped the screen. Behind her, Leonard leaned, casually against the railing, arms crossed, as though watching a show. Emily typed her PIN. The machine took an extra second, almost like it was thinking. Then the screen loaded. At first, Emily didn't understand what she was seeing. Then she gasped, a sound so sharp and soft that Leonard actually stood straight. Her hand flew to her mouth. Her eyes brimmed with tears, not sadness, not fear, something else, something bright. Leonard frowned, annoyed now. What could a girl like her possibly see that made her react like that? He stepped closer, his voice tinged with mock curiosity. "What happened? Lost the last $5?" he said. Emily stepped aside, not proudly, but gently, like someone handling something sacred. "You can look," she whispered. I don't understand it myself." Leonard leaned forward, and froze, then blinked, then stared again. The screen showed account balance, $1,000,47 for the first time in years. Leonard's confidence cracked. This must be wrong," he stammered. "There's no way." Emily shook her head softly. "I've never seen that much money in my life. I barely have enough for food most days." "Are you sure this is your card?" Leonard insisted. "Yes," she said firmly. "It's the only one I've ever had." Leonard's mind spun, had seen fortunes, built fortunes, lost fortunes. But this, a random, struggling girl, suddenly a millionaire? Emily stepped away from the ATM, her breath shaking. "I don't know where it came from. I've never inherited anything. My parents passed years ago. I've been on my own since 16. Leonard swallowed. Something inside him, something buried, woke up. He knew life-changing money when he saw it. He also knew that money could destroy a person faster than poverty ever could. "Emily," he said, softer now, "do you have anyone you trust, anyone at all?" She shook her head. "No. I just cleaned tables at a diner. I thought maybe I had $50. That's why I came today. My rent is late. You can't just walk around with this kind of money," Leonard said carefully. "People take advantage. Banks make mistakes. And if they do, they'll blame you first." Emily hugged her backpack tighter. "What am I supposed to do?" Leonard hesitated. He didn't care about strangers. He didn't help people. He didn't save anyone. But something about her trembling voice, her lost expression, her quiet strength, it cracked a part of him head sealed shut years ago. "You need answers," he said. "Come with me." Emily's eyes widened. "Why would you help me?" Leonard was asking himself the same question. But then he remembered something, his sister Lily. She had been 16 when she died, frail, quiet, gentle. Emily's eyes carried the same innocence, the same unspoken grief. "Because I know what it feels like," he said, "to be alone when life hits hardest." Emily didn't fully trust him, but for the first time in a long time someone wasn't pushing her away or looking through her. She nodded. Leonard called in a personal meeting with the bank manager, Mr. Winston, a man who usually panicked if the millionaire even frowned. When he saw the balance, he turned pale. "This is not an error," he said slowly. "There was a dormant charitable fund created 12 years ago by a woman named Marissa Carter." Emily's breath hitched. "Mom?" "Yes," Winston continued. "It was meant for you. But the conditions stated it could only activate the moment you reached the exact financial point your mother predicted, when you have less than $30 in your account." Emily covered her mouth, tears flowing freely now. "She knew," she whispered. "She always knew life would be hard." Winston nodded sympathetically. "Your mother structured it so the money would help you only when you needed it most. And today was that day." Emily broke down crying, not loudly but with the softest, most heartbreaking gratitude Leonard had ever seen. He looked away, fighting the awkward sting in his chest. Winston cleared his throat. "Miss Carter, with proper guidance, this money can secure your future. But mismanaged, it could disappear in months." Leonard stepped forward before he even understood why. "Ill helper." Emily looked up, stunned. You don't even know me." Leonard exhaled slowly. "Maybe not, but I know what losing everything looks like, and I know what second chances are worth." Emily studied him, really studied him. His expensive suit, his guarded eyes, his hidden scars, and for the first time she saw not a millionaire, but a man. "Okay," she whispered. "I'll trust you." In the weeks that followed, Leonard used his knowledge to teach Emily everything he knew, how to protect her funds, how to invest safely, how to build a future instead of fearing it. Emily grew confident, stable, hopeful. Leonard changed to softer, more patient, more human. One evening, standing on a bridge overlooking the river, Emily turned to him. "You didn't have to help me," she said softly. Leonard shook his head. "I think maybe I needed to. Why?" He looked out at the water, a small smile forming. "Because seeing you rise reminded me I could too." Emily's voice wavered. "I wish my mom could see this." "She does," Leonard said quietly. "Every step you take proves she planned your miracle perfectly." Emily wiped her tears and smiled. A smile that carried sunlight where darkness used to live. And for the first time in years, Leonard felt alive, not because of money, not because of success, because he had helped someone stand, someone who just wanted to see her balance, and ended up finding her entire future.